Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to our meeting this evening on April 15th, 2025. The time is 7:04. Call our meeting to order. We'll go ahead and do a roll call. Ward 1,
Present.
Ward 2,
Allison Pages, present.
I'd like to request an excused absence. Oh, just do the whole roll call? Okay. Sorry, Ward 4.
Present.
And so now we'll request, is it just an excused absence or how would you, yeah, just, I request a motion to excuse Councilmember Sophia Emirates.
I move to excuse Councilmember Sophia Emirates, Ward 3.
Councilmember Melinda Mendoza, I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. Okay, I'll ask everyone now to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. On the agenda this evening, we have presentations. We have an Arbor Day proclamation. We then have the consent agenda, which has the minutes. We need to approve the minutes from September 23rd, October 1st, October 15th, October 22nd, November 4th, November 15th, November 19th, December 3rd, December 17th, January 7th of this year, January 21st of this year, February 4th of this year, February 18th of this year, March 4th, March 18th, March 28th, and April 1st of this year. We'll then have the Department Operations reports, which is part of the consent agenda, the Town Administrator and Public Works, the Treasurer's report, and then the Public Safety Code Compliance. We'll then move on to the Mayor's report, council members' reports and concerns. We'll open it up for resident comments. Under action, we currently have nothing under unfinished business. Under new business, we have the Resolution R12 2025 PY50 CDBG street paving contract, R13 2205 street sign contract, and then R14 2025 Pepco streetlight bill. And then we'll adjourn. Under new business, and actually under that section, under the action section on the agenda, residents may provide comments after discussion and before a vote for 1 minute if they so choose. I'd like to request a motion to approve the agenda for this evening.
I have one question. After this meeting, are we going to have a work session? Okay, yes. I move to approve the consent agenda.
Sorry, it's to approve our agenda for tonight.
I move to approve our agenda for tonight.
Fanny Roken, I second it. I second it.
Oh, you can't hear, Mr. Thomas?
He's fixing.
Oh, he's fixing it. He's fixing it. Sorry, Mr. Thomas. Do you want to try to maybe come closer? Okay, okay. I was even thinking just bring the chairs closer. It's only 3 of you. Okay. Well, anyway, at the moment, we have a motion which was to approve the agenda that was put forth by Councilmember Pages, seconded by Councilmember Roque. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Great. So, we will go ahead and begin the presentation. And we have an Arbor Day proclamation, do we? It's in the packet. Okay. So the Arbor Day proclamation I'll go ahead and read it. Whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees, and whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable source, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Whereas the town of Colmar Manor has planted over 100 trees in 2023 and planted 100 more in 2024. Now, therefore, I declare April 3rd as Arbor Day in the town of Colmar Manor, Maryland, and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Sign in and enter this day, the 3rd day of April, 2025. And I just want to thank Joe's Movement Emporium, Aster, Casey Trees, for all the work and all the volunteers in town and people who have planted trees. Just thank you for appreciating the trees. They are really important, not only for all the things that were stated in the proclamation, but also to ease traffic. That's one thing that I didn't realize, but they really do help ease traffic. Communities that have more trees, people are less likely to kind of speed through the roads when there are more trees. So now we'll go over to the consent agenda. So I invite all the council members to take a look and let me know if there's anything that you want to take out to kind of discuss, or if you have any questions about what's in here or any comments. All right, so I'd actually like to take a quick moment to kind of discuss some of the things that are in the town administrator report. So for people who have become accustomed to seeing Melissa Flores in the office, if you didn't know, she is going part-time, and she actually will begin working at another municipality as the deputy clerk, the clerk assistant. So we're very, very proud of her, and we're grateful for the time that she has spent with the town, and just having someone that's professional and very just kind and warm in the office has been awesome. So I'm sad that I won't be seeing her as often as I would like, but I'm also very happy for her that she's in this. Yeah, let's give her a round of applause. So in the interim, we've identified a temporary part-time person to fill in for the remaining hours while we transition. So I just wanted to kind of give everyone a heads up about that. I also wanted to talk about Public Works. I'm just urging everyone to please not dump trash in the public trash receptacles. I actually saw our Public Works supervisor this weekend on his off hours picking up trash from an overflowing container. I don't think that that's fair to him. People are dumping their household trash in there. And I think moving forward, we're going to look at this more seriously. So just giving everyone a heads up that it's not okay. And at this point, we're gonna have to look at ways to limit that. And I don't know what that means entirely, but at this point, just asking everyone, please don't dump your household trash in the public trash receptacles. They're meant for people who are walking around town, have a little something in their pocket, want to throw it out, but not for household trash. The household trash collection is on Mondays through Bates. So just please keep that in mind.
I have a question. It says we're working with Kaboom to schedule an official ribbon cutting at the new playground near the American Legion at Yost Park. Will we be advertising that so that everybody will know about it? Because that's going to be wonderful.
Correct. It just has not been scheduled yet.
Okay, does anyone else have any comments or things that they want to discuss from the consent agenda? Okay, if not, then I'd like to request a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Consent agenda?
I second the motion.
Is there any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Um, Next up is the mayor's report, so I'll go ahead and share my screen in just a second.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so, okay, okay. So if you can look up on the screen, just in regards to the mayor's report meetings, uh, actually the month of April was a little light. So the only meetings that I've kind of attended has been a meeting with a holistic life. So thank you to Dr. Betty for meeting with us. Also in March, I attended the Latino Education Forum, which was great. I got to see our superintendent there. In addition to that, I just want to say thank you to the Hispanic Outreach Committee, for Gloria, for Mirna, for Jackie, for Sara, for everyone that has been really taking on the issue in regards to issues that they are finding in the schools. And I want to thank the principal of Eleanor Choa for meeting with us and taking us seriously. It's the beginning of many conversations to come. So just thank you to everyone that's been involved with that. In regards to administrative updates, I don't really have any right now. Initiatives and projects, you'll see some of the events that are coming up. For April, we have Earth Day. We tried to do something this past weekend, but the rain kind of just, it was too much and it was kind of chilly. So we weren't able to do what we were going to do, which was a town cleanup and then planting different things in town, and actually cleaning up the community gardens. We will reschedule that, so please keep an eye out for when we decide to do that. A huge shout out to our community gardens. If you have not been to our community gardens, go and check them out. They are so beautiful. I started planting things in my raised bed. There are still raised beds available, so just make sure to, if you want to, just complete the form. It's $25 for the season, and it's really, really nice. We have our extravaganza coming up on Saturday, the 19th for Easter. So make sure to come out and bring the kids. It's looking like it's going to be a beautiful day. And it's going to be at the Newton Street Park. So make sure to come out for that. And if you haven't received one of the newsletters, there should be some in the office. I'll make sure that people get it. But we've posted the newsletter online as well. Also, the American Legion is having their shrimp feast. If you haven't been to the American Legion, it's that building that looks like a post office that's right next to the Yost Park, the park that was just renovated. It's an awesome place, and they're going to have a shrimp feast. And I'm so excited because it's the first time I'm attending. And they usually have some pretty good food. In addition to that, we also were trying to coordinate a Tails and Trails event through the Animal Welfare Committee, and we didn't really get a lot of participation for that either because of the weather, so we'll reschedule that. El Poder de Ser Mujer is going to be doing a market again on the Laracy lot towards the end of the month, so as soon as I have more information, I'll make sure to share it with everyone. We will be having a code enforcement workshop. So what the code enforcement workshop is, you get to spend an hour with our code enforcement officer. So any questions you have, any issues you have, that's your time to learn about the codes in our town and then also ask any questions that you may have. So please make sure to come if you're interested and able. The code enforcement workshop, I think, is on a Wednesday. I'm not sure 100%. Next Wednesday? The 23rd. At 6 or 7? I don't know, but it's. So next Wednesday, April 23rd, 6 p.m. here at the town hall. Come and learn more about the codes. And this is also an opportunity if you have ideas for how we can improve the code, or maybe you have a new idea in mind for a code in general. You're welcome to obviously come and speak to Freddie. He's bilingual, so he speaks English and Spanish. We are going to be having dinner with a doctor. I don't know what the date for that is. The 29th. So Dinner with a Doctor is a partnership or like a project that we're collaborating with MedStar. They've been really amazing to work with. So what Dinner with a Doctor is they bring their physicians here and they do just a regular screening. So they do blood pressure, they do like the finger prick to test your sugar levels, and we'll have a speaker that will talk about some type of a health topic, and then you have dinner. Obviously, it's going to be a healthy dinner. We had a great time the last time that we did it. So if you have questions about your health or are curious about things, again, this is an opportunity to come and meet with the physicians from MedStar here at the town hall. And then in May, we'll have Mother's Day and then ice cream with the mayor. Here are some photos from some of the events that we just had in town. So we had a yard sale, a community yard sale, and we had a lot of vendors come out, about 10 to 14 vendors. People actually sold things. If you take a look, Joshua with the two little cars, he sold a bunch of his little cars, so he made a profit. And people were selling some really nice things. We're thinking about doing it again, and you're welcome to come and participate with that. Uh, all of this is meant to just breathe life into that lot and for people to continue to use it and see that it's an active space before we develop it. Then happy April Fools to everyone because I made this little joke where we were adopting a very stinky plant as Colmar Manor's plant. And that was an April Fool's joke from me to all the residents. I don't think anyone believed me, but I like to have fun. Also, at our last work session, we appointed some ethic commission representatives. Here was one that attended. Her name is Lauren, and she's one of three people that have joined and have been appointed and approved by the council to be a part of our ethics commission. On the right, you'll see that we had a rain barrel workshop and a couple of town residents came and learned about how to use rain barrels, and they got a free rain barrel. And it's also it's an initiative to keep our communities green, to use water, renewable sources. Yeah, so if you're interested in learning more, let us know at the office. And then I'm super excited. I've been working on this for a while. I asked the beer company DC Brow if they would name a beer after our dueling grounds. And they took me up on my crazy idea. And so we now have a beer that's named after our dueling grounds. And it will be sold in May in the state of Maryland, which means that this will be on shelves statewide, possibly nationally. People will know who we are and our dueling grounds. So and the beer is delicious too. If you haven't been to DC Brow, it's right over the DC border where the Popeyes is and the post office. It's right behind there. And what's really great is that the owner who's wearing that DC Brow t-shirt has said that he will donate some beer to us if we decide to have fundraisers for different things. So I'm super excited about this. And thank you to Cottage City. Many of the commissioners came out, and a lot of our neighbors came out too. So that was really nice. Here are the photos of dinner with a doctor. So you see that people are getting their pressure, their blood pressure taken, and their finger pricks. And then I want to thank Chief Stone for coordinating the coffee with a cup. We hosted this, or he hosted this at the McDonald's. So thank you to McDonald's. It was nice to have everyone there. And I know that sometimes it could be a little intimidating to talk to the police. I know that I was intimidated for a while, but we have some of the best officers in town. And I think if you want to come and meet them and ask them questions, don't be afraid. And here we were on the news. I don't know if you all happened to see us, but Chief Stone did a great job about talking about the stop sign cameras that we have on Newark Road. And people are looking at our town and looking at what we're doing. So just thank you, everyone, for all the work that you do to make our community awesome, but then putting us on the map. And that's it in regards to my mayor's report. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to Councilmember Mendoza of Ward 1.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to say happy April to everyone. I'm grateful for all the contributions that everyone at the town hall has made going forward and working together. Especially a big congratulations to Melissa Flores on her well-deserved success. I just wanted to bring up, I don't want to go into all the details, but we do have a lot of projects in and around town. So just be mindful of the traffic in and around town. Please remember to take your time in the morning and in the evening. We do have a big chunk of road closures. So just be sure to be careful. Walking, driving, just be mindful. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Councilmember. I hope that you feel better.
Thank you.
Ward 2?
Did you put my, here? I don't know if you can see the pictures up there, but there were many great finds at that community yard sale. That was on Saturday, March 29th, and I bought some ornamental items, but I also bought king-sized sheets. It was really something. And then I enjoyed a beer named after the dueling grounds. You can get it now at DC Brow on Sunday, April 6th, while I was participating in a charity bingo event. It was held at DC Brow for a Cat's Life Rescue, which is an organization that works with our town to help curb the feral cat population. And Cat's Life Rescue has done a phenomenal job in town thus far. And then the other pictures I hope you could see. I went to the Hands Off protest. It had a record turnout at the Washington Monument on Saturday, April 5th, and I was very proud to participate. And then for the last item, it's something from the heart. I have to thank Melissa. It's going to be tearful, but I wish you the best in your new position. And then I do have two quick announcements regarding the budget, because I have been asking for feedback. So after this meeting, there will be a work session to discuss the 2026 budget. So please stay for that, whether you are here in person or on Zoom. And then on, I believe it's Friday, May 9th, there will be a work session, and then following that, a budget hearing. So please come and join in the discussion. Just please come and join. This is the budget for 2026. And once again, Melissa, I wish you the best.
Thank you, Councilmember. Next up is Ward 4.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Fanny, council member for Ward 4. Can you hear me? Okay, so I just have a few announcements for this evening. So the first one is we have to be considerate with our neighbor. Make sure do not destroy their yard. Be more precaution on how are your kids playing. Make sure they don't jump on it or destroy, remove the fence or the wood. Also, remember to keep eye on your neighbor. If your neighbor or whoever's around you, they're old, just make sure you check on them. Just be nice with them. That's one of my sorry, hold on one second. One of the things that I would like to say, and as the mayor was saying that we I don't know, but I was here for the open house that we had in here. Like always, what's her name? Emilia, right? Yeah. Emilia, she always do a great job, working on this type of event. Eduardo was here. I had a great time with my kids, and we do this, and we're trying to encourage our community to come and join us and be part of. Just come here, participate, see what we're doing. Put something of you in there so you can say, hey, you know what? I did this too. Hey, I paint this. Just come and enjoy this. It's really, really nice. We have a lot of fun. There are people coming from another city too, around Colmar Manor. I attend to the coffee with the our club. It was really nice. I was there early in the morning. I had my coffee. It was great to see Chief Stones and the other police from, I think it was from Cottage City. Yes, Cottage City.
Cottage City and Brentwood stuff.
In Brentwood, yes, they were there. It was really nice. You know, you can ask Chief Stone question. I did mine, even though it was not for me. It was for one of the constituents, but I did it. You know, if you don't want to talk to them, or if you feel like afraid because you didn't speak English, you can. You know, most of the time I'm in the event, so you can ask me, so I can translate for you. It was great. It was great. Your sale was great. I got a few good things from there. I went to spend my money, and it was great. See a lot of people, a lot of vendors. It was amazing. So please, if we have this type of activity, please come and just have fun and bring some money too. Upcoming event. I know we're gonna have the Easter event. I'm not sure if when is this, Monica, Mayor? It's the 19th, right? Okay, so I was just not. I was not sure. What's today? 15. Okay, yeah, the 19th. So just bring your kids. Be ready. You know, if it's cold, just put a jacket or something. But come and enjoy it. Okay, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Spring break. Our town is patrocinated, right? Patrocinated event, spring break for the kids. So just make sure, sign your kids up, sign it up, sign them up, and just, bring them. They're going to have a great time. They're going to, it's a safe place. We have our chief, we have the people who work in the town, so we all here keep eye on the kids, so it's gonna be good for them. My last one, there is a education program. All the information I put it down on the bottom. It's for summer reading skill. And you can call the number and ask them if you can have your kids on the summer program. That's really good for kids, especially if they love to read. So the information, the phone number is down at the bottom. You can call them, and I'm sure they have someone who speaks Spanish. Thank you.
Thank you, council member. So that is it for council reports. Next up on the agenda are resident comments. So I specifically was asking residents because I've received a lot of requests about speed bumps. And so I've invited people that want speed bumps to come to the meeting tonight and tell me where you want to see these speed bumps. If we don't hear from you, if you don't come to the meetings, if you don't call, if you don't email, I don't work alone. I work with a group of people. So they need to hear from you as to where you want to see these speed bumps. So I'll go ahead and share the map of where we currently have speed bumps. But other than that, if there are any resident comments or questions or anything you want to say to us, we're opening the floor now for you to come. So if you are here, just come up to the mic, say your name, the street you live on. And if you are in the Zoom chat, just raise your hand and then we'll call on you.
Yeah, good evening, James Thomas, 3605 42nd Avenue. I was wondering, would y'all be able to comment on the proposal that just came out for 41st in Bladensburg?
Oh. I'll go ahead and ask our town administrator to explain it.
Okay.
The big sign about the meeting for the.
Yeah, so that's the the owners of the property where the car wash is, the Quinn property, which is that house that's on the corner of 43rd and Newark, McDonald's, MedStar, those are all one property. And so, well, the Quinn property is actually a separate parcel. The rest of it's one parcel. And so the owners of the property are trying to merge the parcel of the Quinn property, so the house that's on the corner of 43rd with the garage, merge it with the property that where the car wash and the liquor store are, but then divide it from the rest of that. So it's putting a dividing line between MedStar and McDonald's. That will be one parcel, and then the liquor store, car wash, and the Quinn property would be another parcel because they're trying to sell the property, but they don't want to sell the McDonald's and the MedStar. And so that's a public hearing for any concerns that people might have about them trying to separate that parcel to sell it.
So if you
So-
take a look at the map,
So they're talking about from McDonald's all the way down to 43rd?
Yeah, so that whole block, one property owner owns all of it, but they're trying to split it down the middle so that
Yeah,
it's
two
two separate
parcels.
parcels,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
so if you take a look on the screen, so you see where the McDonald's is up here, and then you see the corner of 43rd.
right.
So right here, where I'm pointing with the cursor, right
I
down.
really can't see that.
You can't
But
see it.
I know the area. I live right behind McDonald's.
So that's what they're looking to do. It's currently, I'm not really sure. They're gonna have a meeting, it's up for sale.
So they include McDonald's and all that?
No, that's not, so that's why it's.
When's the public hearing?
Yeah, they confused me in the letter that I received. The address they gave was 4101, which I thought would be right there at McDonald's.
So 4101.
Yeah, that's what the letter say.
Google it, it's Michael's company is a for sale.
Yeah.
And so.
But that's-
But they're referring to.
Yeah,
the-
they're probably, it's probably just because it's the primary property. But there are a variety of addresses on that lot.
So they
But
plan on,
they just want to separate McDonald's and MedStar off because they don't want to sell that. They
So they-
want to sell the liquor store, the car wash, and the Quinn property as one parcel though, one whole
okay, so
parcel.
they want to redevelop that.
Correct.
Well, they
They
don't
wanna
want to redevelop it, they just want to sell it.
Oh,
You can see on the screen, this is where the MedStar is.
yeah, I know the area.
Right down that alley, all the way to the left. They want to sell all of it. It
So-
looks like they're selling it for $2 million.
So the guy that used to come here when they had the car wash, he's not involved in this?
Chief, the guy that used to come in for the car wash,
Probably this point.
Yeah. Are they involved in that?
they manage the property
Oh, they manage it?
and they're selling it.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
There's an opportunity there. I'm not sure what the opportunity is. It might be something for residents to think about, whether we want to purchase.
Excuse me?
Then it might be something, just an idea on whether we as a town want to purchase that. First off, I don't know if we're able to, but it's an idea.
Yeah, okay, I understand. All right. Okay, all right, thank you very much.
If you Google Bladensburg Road, 20722, commercial properties for sale, you'll have a great picture that pops up. It's NAI Michaels that's selling the property. They do have an offer in hand, but nothing signed because they cannot sell it until the subdivision process, which has been started, is complete. And he said it could take 8-9 months or, to
Yeah,
they
because
cannot
they-
sell the portfolio of the 3 properties until it is subdivided away from MedStar.
So the meeting on May the 9th, that'll be the beginning of everything. Right. 14th? Oh, okay.
And where's that at?
We can share that information with you. We'll have it
All right.
online.
I got the letter.
And you got the letter.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Thomas. Is there anyone else? online or in person?
Gloria.
Buenas tardes. Va a ser en español mi pregunta. Yo sí sugeriría un bump speed sobre la 40 Avenue, porque ya hay uno, pero desafortunadamente está muy al inicio de la calle. Entonces los carros, de hecho a mí ya me ha tocado ver sobre todo de noche que pasan sobre el bump speed, no lo respetan y siguen en carrera. Anteriormente, cuando yo tenía un perro, casi atropellan a mis hijas en esa área. Entonces, sí, se necesita el bump speed en esa calle, más hacia la Lawrence Street, para que los carros realmente respeten la velocidad que hay ahí. Y la segunda es que efectivamente tiene usted razón, muchos de la gente bueno, los basureros que están en la calle, sobre todo ahí en la 40 Avenue, se llenan porque los vecinos sacan la basura de sus carros y la van y la amontonan ahí. Yo personalmente he visto a un vecino que constantemente todos los días limpia su carro, en lugar de meter la basura en su basurero, va y lo pone ahí en los basureros que están en la calle. Cuando yo entiendo que esos basureros están para que si uno va caminando, tal vez con una botella de agua, cualquier otra cosa, no se pueda tirar ahí, ese basurero siempre permanece lleno. Entonces, no sé si se puede hacer algo para que se limite ese tipo de tiradero, porque sí hay veces que hasta la basura está cayendo. Eso es todo.
So Ms. Perea was saying that she would like a speed bump on 40th Avenue. So she said there's already one there, but it's closer to like Newark, as opposed to where it would be better if we had one towards Lawrence Street. Because the cars speed up and down on 40th. And she said, when I had a pet and I was walking with my kids, we almost got hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it would really help to put an additional speed bump on 40th towards Lawrence Street. She said, I also agree with what you're saying in regards to the trash receptacles. People should not be dumping their household trash, or even I've seen some neighbors that will park their cars and they're cleaning their cars and they'll just take all of the garbage from their cars and dump it into that trash can. She's like, that's not what it's meant for. It's meant for people who are walking by and have something, but not as a dedicated trash can for your personal use. So that's what Ms. Perea was saying.
That's it.
I'm gonna go ahead and share our map.
Gloria.
Officer Leslie?
Can you give it to her?
Gloria Pareda. Pareda.
I'm gonna go ahead and share our map of the speed bumps that we
Yeah.
currently have in town.
Monica, sorry, Gloria, I forgot to mention that on my report. Yeah, I was with her last week and I took a picture of the street. The speed bump in that area is very, very old. It's just like cars don't really stop anymore because they can just go straight. I was talking to her, and while I was talking to her, few cars just came like so fast. So fast. So you have to be very careful. They don't even care. Like I told her, they don't care. The speed bump is there, but since it's already old, they don't even bother to stop.
I think there's a hand up on Zoom.
Ms. Williams.
Okay, Ms. Williams. Oh, un momentico porque hay alguien que va a hablar y después tengo que hablar.
Sí.
Pero está bien, no va a ser, pero deje que la señora que. Okay, Ms. Williams.
Maybe she stepped away. She's.
Okay, Ms. Williams seems to have stepped away.
No, I'm here. You can't see me? Good evening. I can't, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yes, good evening. I just wanted to follow up with the question about the property that Mr. Tom was talking about. And so you were saying that there was going to actually be a meeting in May?
On May 14th, there's going to be a meeting. If you didn't
Sorry, I really can't hear you that well. What'd you say?
So on May 14th, there's going to be a meeting, and if
Okay,
you received the letter, because they sent out a letter to town residents, including
right.
town, we're gonna go ahead and post that letter under the news items on our town website. It's already there. Or we'll send it out so you can access it. But the meeting is on May 14th, and it'll have all the information on there.
Okay, all right. And so, you know, I mean, it's been a while now, and we had a victory when the property owners were, you know, were not able to put the gas station there. And so now, and I can recall them mentioning, you know, they got time and they've got money, and so the decision now is that they're going to sell. Is that what I'm really understanding?
They're taking that property because they own that entire block, and they're combining the Quinn property with a parcel that's next to it.
Awesome.
They're
Yeah.
So they're keeping everything from McDonald's up to the MedStar. They're keeping that, and they're selling everything else that's on that block.
Okay. Okay. All right. And that's inclusive of the car wash then. That and over.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. And you were mentioning that there may be an opportunity, this could be something that we could address as a town to perhaps
We have lots of
pursue.
options for development in our town. So a part
Okay.
of it has to do with the Port Town Sector Plan. I
Mhm.
think it would really be good for the Green Team to start meeting again in light of this new news. So I'll go ahead and send a message out to the Green Team and just say, hey, we should have a meeting and revisit those ideas and those plans that we had when we started talking about this a couple years ago.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Okay. Yo les digo a todos los demás que tienen que ir ahí porque también es para escucharme y para que ellos la vean. Entonces, por favor, vayan. Vayan los dos, no
Sin
importa.
pena, vamos.
Pero estamos gastando tiempo, vayan. No, because I asked everyone else to get up.
Sin pena, vamos. Mándalo a él entonces. Sin pena, vamos. Aquí se le va a quitar la pena. Vamos.
Quiero hacer una pregunta.
Un momento, Elsa, que el señor va a ir ahí en su comentario. Después la llama usted.
Sí, nosotros estamos solicitando esos speed bump también para la 42 avenida. Sí.
¿Dónde? ¿Hay un lugar en particular?
En la,
el mapa que tenemos acá.
no se ve el mapa.
No sé
Es que la luz, the light is on. It's kind of hard to see.
Bueno, en la 42.
En la 42.
Y por la 42 en Newton, en la 42 en Monroe, en la zona 3.
Bueno, prácticamente es ahí la dirección es 3403. 3403. 03 es la dirección de la casa de nosotros. Entonces nosotros queremos, porque... no, en la 3403 de la 42 AB.
Ajá.
No, nosotros queremos eso speed bump también para para que los carros reduzcan la velocidad porque es demasiado como pasan los carros. Hacen la curva del parque, del parquecito que remodelaron, que hicieron. En lo que hacen esa curva agarran una velocidad que a veces no hacen ni el stop que hay aquí por la iglesia. Entonces, ¿me entienden? Cualquier niño puede andar jugando,
Ok.
cualquier adulto le puede andar, puede fallecer o lo que sea, puede provocar un accidente.
So he's saying, I would like to request a speed bump on 42nd Avenue. What ends up happening is that cars, because there are no speed bumps there, they drive really fast on that street. And that's the same street that hits up against the new renovated park. And also the drivers seem to just like really fly by when they're making their turns, and they speed down 42nd. And so they're requesting a speed bump on 42nd Avenue.
Just so you know, when I first moved here, I had a beautiful little white dog named Max. Right where you're speaking, a car hit him and killed him. It truly was, that is true.
¿Puede pasar y darle su nombre a Melissa?
Sí.
Gracias. Ok. Elsa, ¿estás en Zoom? ¿Quieres hacer tu comentario?
Sí, yo quería hacer un comentario, como entré tarde a la reunión, acerca de la propiedad que está sobre la Blandesburg, que recibimos un paquete, por ejemplo, yo recibí ese paquete con mi esposo. Yo tengo una pregunta. ¿Qué posibilidades hay que el pueblo pueda obtener esa propiedad?
Okay, so I'll go ahead and translate. She's saying, what's the possibility in regards to that property on Bladensburg that is up for sale for the town to acquire that property?
Por ejemplo, he entendido de que incluye la clínica que está actualmente. Por ejemplo, si uno obtiene esa propiedad y el pueblo continúa rentándole a esa propiedad, yo he estado meditando que posiblemente puede entrar ingresos y más sí continuar pagando la propiedad también.
So the question is, estoy traduciendo. The question is, I have an understanding that if the town were to purchase that, we could make some profit off of leasing it out to someone. And we can look at the opportunities that there are for the town purchasing that property. Entonces, la propiedad desde McDonald's hasta la clínica no está en venta. Pero lo que está en venta es lo que está después de eso, hasta la esquina. Entonces, donde está el Lucky Mart y también donde está donde era para lavar carros, eso es lo que va a estar de venta. Todo depende en lo que los residentes quieran y también qué el concejal piensa hacer moviéndonos adelante. Esa propiedad por ahora cuesta $2 millones y nosotros no tenemos ese dinero, pero estamos dispuestos a averiguar si hay colaboraciones con otros grupos sin fines de lucro o hablar con nuestros representantes estatales para ver si nos pueden ayudar con algo así, si es algo que le interesa al pueblo. So in English, what I said is, I clarified for her that from McDonald's to MedStar is not for sale, but everything after MedStar, which includes the Lucky Mart and the car wash, is for sale. And her question about what can be done, it really depends on what the town residents would like to suggest to us, but also as a council, we have to think about that and see if it's something that we want to pursue. That property is up for sale for $2 million. we don't have $2 million to spend. We can try to talk to other people, other nonprofits. We could talk to our elected state representatives to see if there is opportunities for collaboration, partnership with other nonprofits that can help us do something. But that's all, we would have to look into it. So it wouldn't happen overnight, and then it really depends on what, we can't do anything without the approval, obviously, of the town, of the residents. And then we as a council need to really like look into it and discuss what could happen with that.
Excuse me, could I say something about that? Because I was looking into that. So basically, it's 1.4 acre site located at 4201, 4209, and 4237 Bladensburg Road. It consists of a 2,700 square foot convenience store, Lucky Mart, which is leased through November 2025, a vacant 5,000 square foot car wash, which is an eyesore, and a 7,200 square foot storefront garage, which is also an eyesore. Currently, the site is listed with NAA Michael. It's a commercial real estate brokerage to be sold as a portfolio. They are expecting that this portfolio to sell for between 2 million and 2.5 million. However, this 1.4 acre site needs to be subdivided as it is part of a larger parcel called PH. MedStar Health at Fort Lincoln occupies the rest of the parcel. Now, hopefully we could get a grant to buy that. So it was zoned MXT. Today, the site is zoned NAC, which means Neighborhood Activity Center. NAC zones promote mixed-use developments, and permitted uses are flexible. These can include a mix of residential, commercial, office, and recreational uses. Now, I have some suggestions, but I guess that's not for here.
Yeah, if we could just, allow residents.
There's one other thing, sorry. Some of the companies that have developed, that could be interested in developing this area, in my opinion, would be EYA LLC, which did Heights for Arts District, 5 Squares. That is a local DC company that specializes in partnering with nonprofit, cultural, government, and academic organizations. And then again, you have the Gilbane Inc. So those are 3 major companies that have worked in this area that could develop it nicely. That's all. And then I'm done.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other comments, either in person or on Zoom? If there are no other comments, questions, I see Lourdes Silk is on the line. I don't know if you wanted to, thank you for joining us. I don't know if you wanted to say anything about your recreation.
How are you? Good evening, everybody. Yes, actually, I would like to share great news about North Brentwood Community Center that is located close to your town. So the operating hours have changed. Before we used to open at 2 p.m. and now we are opening at 9 a.m. And on Saturdays, we are going to open between 9 a.m. We are already open from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. So those are great news. We have also a new program specialist at that community center. Her name is Jacqueline Menjivar. She's bilingual. And so we are looking forward to outreach a wider demographic in that community center. And we are bringing new programs in the morning. We're trying to outreach the school homeschooling children. So if you need additional information, I'm going to put the email for North Brentwood Community Center and also my email in case you want to reach out to me. And also we are getting ready for the playtime that we are going to partner with all of you. That is a 6-week program and is starting on Monday, June 23rd. And that will be it. If you have any questions.
You said June 27th?
23rd.
23rd, okay.
Yes. So we are doing the setup on the 20th.
Okay, so for everyone that's listening, this is it was a summer playground. I'm not sure if there's a name change now. Is summer?
We changed the name. We changed the name. So the name now is Playtime.
Playtime.
But basically, it's the same concept, 6 weeks, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And yes, it's the same concept, the same discounts that we discussed before. If parents have the SNAP program with the Independence card, they get a 90% discount for the program. And they can come to North Brentwood now in the morning as well to make sure that the information is current, because they need to present the letter that is current with the dates. And also the fee assistance program, if you need any additional information about discount that our agency is providing for the community, you can reach me out or reach out the community center at North Brentwood.
Thank you so much. We're super excited about it. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you so much.
I'll go ahead and just say it in Spanish for the people that are here that might not have access to the interpretation. Entonces, la señora Lourdes trabaja con la organización de recreación del condado y ella maneja el centro comunitario que queda en North Brentwood, y ellos van a tener el programa de verano para los niños de nuevo, que es de 6 semanas, y lo vamos a tener acá en la alcaldía, como lo hicimos el año pasado, para gente que necesita asistencia, y ellos tienen un programa que le ayuda que usted registre a sus hijos a bajo costo o en unas instancias gratis, ¿verdad? ¿O es solo a bajo costo?
It depends of the income of the family through the tax transcript. Do you want me to say it in Spanish? Through the transcript. So based on that, we can give between 90% discount to 25% discount for any programs that are over $35.
Entonces, para los programas que ellos tienen, ellos dan un descuento dependiendo en los ingresos de la gente que vive en la casa total, y a veces le dan un descuento de 90% o a veces de 90% a 25% en los eventos que cuestan más de $35. Entonces, pronto vamos a empezar a registrar a los residentes si quieren venir al programa que vamos a tener para los niños acá. Pero siempre, no es solo ese programa, cualquier programa que ellos tienen tienen esa asistencia. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you. Thank you for letting me speak a little bit. Have a nice evening, everybody.
You too. Okay, if there are no other questions, I'll go ahead and request, actually, we still have stuff on the agenda. Under the action section, we have new business, so I'll go ahead and turn that over to our town administrator, Greg Holcomb.
Thank you. First item of business is the resolution R12-2025. This is approval of accepting a bid of contract for paving for certain areas under the PY50 Community Development Block Grant. Town Code Chapter 57, which is our procurement policy. Because of the size of the contract, this had to be done through a sealed bid process. The bidding started, let's see. The RFP for the RFP process opened March 14th. We had a pre-bid meeting with contractors on May 31st. There was a public advertisement in the newspaper of record for this. On April 7th at 10 a.m. bids were due. So what we have before us is, if you turn to there's a duplicate page there. Go to I think it's 4 more pages after the resolution. There's this little sheet here. Yeah. So that's the basic pricing just kind of outlined for you. Pronto Paving did not follow the format of the bid. They broke theirs out a little bit differently. They were also late. In actuality, because of the way the bidding was done, if they would have followed the same format, they're actually $2,400 more than what Alcoa is. Alcoa put in an extra $2,400 for what they call wedge and leveling, which is the potential of if the roadway is dipping, we can straighten it, flatten it out. So they put in pricing as an estimate of what that would be if we even needed it.
And that's included in the 130?
Yes, so.
No one else has that
No,
included?
they Choice did as well.
Choice did.
Yeah, but the way Pronto did their bidding, they automatically put that in without the option of taking it out. And so the recommendation tonight is to move forward with Alcoa. They met all the requirements for the bidding process. And this is for street paving along the 3900 block of Newton Street, 3700 through 3800 block of Warren Street, the 4000 block of Warren Street, a portion of the 4000 block of Kenyon Street, the 3400 block of 39th Place, and the 3400 through 3500 block of 37th Avenue.
And you said Pronto Paving was late and didn't follow the format?
Correct.
So
we just need a motion to approve the resolution.
Okay. Allison Page's Ward 2, I move to approve resolution R 12/2025.
Councilmember Melinda Mendoza, I'll second that.
Is there any discussion? Okay, if there is no discussion,
You have to open it up to the public.
we'll open it up to the public. If there are any comments, you have a minute. I don't see any comments either in person or online. So I'll go ahead and call a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Next item on the agenda is the street sign contract.
Okay. Over the last several months, about the last 6 months or so, I've been meeting with an ad hoc group of town residents, 3 residents that were appointed to this group to redesign the town street signs, so the street name signs in town. This was through a grant that we received from the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development for this specific purpose. And after the several months, they came up with a design that's in the packet. It's in black and white, but it's a red and white signage with an animal and or plant that would be at the end of it. The animal and plant would be representative of the Anacostia Rivershed and the state of Maryland. And so each street name would have its own animal or plant. Yeah, it's in the packets that they are on the table. So what I'm asking for tonight, the committee is still deciding on the exact graphic for the animal and plants. They have the names of each one, but we're identifying the actual graphic. But I'm in hopes of trying to make this fit the budget, and worries of what tariffs might do to the cost of steel and aluminum. I'm asking you all to approve this quote so that I can at least lock in the price. We can finish the design and then purchase the signs as soon as we come up with that last set of designs. This does fit within the budget of the grant, and it includes not just the street name signs, but also black powder coated square 2-inch by 2-inch new poles.
Okay. And I just want to point out to everyone here that the Shannon Bohm Signs and Graphics Inc. was the qualified and lowest bidder. It's good to know.
I'd like to request a motion to approve.
Allison Page's Ward 2, I move to accept resolution R 13/2025.
Bonnie Roque, I second it.
I'll go ahead and open it up for discussion by council and by anyone either in person or online. Seeing that there is no one looking to make a comment, I'll go ahead and request a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Melinda, did you say aye?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, Greg. I.
Okay, the ayes have it. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, the Pepco streetlight bill.
Yes. You may recall, last year, the town and Pepco had gone through an audit of streetlights with all the municipalities in the state as part of a process that they're doing. We were, through the audit, there were a reduction. We went from 161 lights that we were paying for to only 111. There were found to be 50 lights extra that we were paying for. So that was reduced and we were given a refund for the last 3 years. However, it was 161 down to 111. However, out of that, 19 of them were on Bladensburg Road. The State Highway Administration does not count the ones per their ruling, however you want to put it, that the lights that we have on Bladensburg Road aren't their lights, that they're actually the municipality's lights, not theirs. They have very specific guidelines of where lights go on state highways that they find to be that they're responsible for, and the 19 that we have are not their responsibility according to them. So it's a very specific set. I can send you the guidelines. No, it's a very specific set of guidelines that they have. And so with that, there are 19 lights that either we accept and we pay for, or we don't accept them, but the alternative is either, the question that I brought up to them was, can we just turn them off? Because they're not on our road, they're on a state highway. And so Pepco says they don't want to get to that point. They would rather keep the lights on, but they understand what we're saying. So it's kind of a, yes. So the issue is the State Highway Administration says they will not pay for them. I don't know that Pepco will pay for lights on a roadway on their own. No, we already received a refund last year it was 3 years prior for the 50 lights. So this still leaves us with a negative 31 less lights than what we were originally paying for.
Where are the lights at the state highway? Where are they?
It's very specific guidelines. They're on curves. They're in specific there's a very specific set of rules of where they put the lights. They are not, yes, nothing. There's no lights on Bladensburg Road that they consider as part of their guidelines. They're all both the municipalities and the county's jurisdiction.
There's no way to change that?
Not in the amount of time it would take between shutting off the lights and an act of the state legislature. So it's in about a 15, it's in your packet. It's a 14.97% increase over our estimated bill right now.
What page is that? What page?
Yeah, about $320 a month.
What page is that?
Wait, how much?
It's right after the resolution at your last page.
So it's about 300 what?
About $320 a month. And this would still be a net savings over what we were paying
Right.
for. So just keep that in mind as well. It's still 31 lights less.
So what I'm understanding is that Bladensburg Road will be completely dark if we don't spend this $320 a month. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Well, the state highway is not gonna.
I just have to bring this before you. This is if you all decide not to vote, you don't have to vote on it tonight.
No, I'm for it.
I'm
I
saying,
do
but
not
you,
want Bladensburg Road to be dark.
I can go back to
I just
Petco
think
and
it's
tell
awful
them,
that the state gets away with this stuff.
yeah, I can go back to them and tell Petco that I brought it to you all.
We need some time. I really don't want to vote right now because
I'm
That's fine.
voting
I feel
for.
like those are not on our side. I mean,
But they're not
it
gonna
is.
do it, Fanny. The state won't budge. They don't care. They can care less about us. When it's a state highway, they're like firm.
Okay, so seeing as to,
Let's take a vote.
So I would move to just table the resolution. That's
I would
fine.
like to request that we table the resolution.
Okay.
Is there a time limit that they're gonna shut the lights out on?
One thing to keep in mind is that prior to this audit, the town has paid for those lights for probably 30 years or whenever they got installed. So we had been paying for them all along up until about a year ago when they did the audit. And Pepco took them out of our inventory because they said they weren't ours based on it. So it was their mistake, I believe,
Oh, so
that they
this
should have
is,
never taken them out to begin
so this
with.
is a misunderstanding.
Yeah, so it's not something that they're just sticking on us now. We paid for them ever since they've been installed.
Okay, so that makes, thank you. That makes much more sense. Thank
So
you.
they're just putting them back on after they took them off a year ago and gave us a $20,000 credit for 3 years back. I mean, they could have gone back 20 years, give us a little more, but they
Okay.
didn't.
It's just a technicality, basically.
Yeah. We
Okay.
were paying for them. They thought they weren't ours. They really are, and I think we should pay for them.
And right now, I don't know who's paying for them because we're not paying for them.
So that means
And the
that
state
bill
highway
is gonna come to us
administration,
once
so
we have-
Petco is paying for them.
that bill gonna come to us.
Well,
once
we've always been paying them according to what Dan just said. So it was only 1 year, maybe a little bit more that we weren't paying for them on an error, a clerical error that they made.
It was just an error. Nothing's changed. Somebody goofed up for 1 year.
Okay, so I'd like to request a motion to approve the resolutions.
Okay. Allison Page's Ward 2, I move to approve the resolution R14, 2025.
Councilmember Melinda Mendoza, I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, say, oh, actually, I'll open it up for discussion. And are there any town residents that have any comments? The Pepco lights.
On Bladensburg Road.
Okay,
This is just in regards to the 19 lights in Bladensburg Road.
all right. If there are no other comments or questions, I'd like to request that we vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 The ayes have it. And that's it. There's nothing else on the agenda, so I'd like to request a motion to adjourn this
Come on,
meeting.
motion to adjourn.
It is. Okay, motion to adjourn.
Allison Pages, I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Aye.
We're now gonna go into the work session for the budget, for the town budget, okay?
Okay, hold on.
We're gonna do that in the other room in the